Dr. Wessels here. Do you have a few minutes for your sales development? Let's talk about the power of words impacting relationship. The words we use have an impact on those closest to you. How you use your words describes how you think. What words you use display what you're thinking, and on display are your feelings, thoughts, and intentions. This affects relationships as much as any other factor. This is the part where you'll likely think or think and say, so what? Oh, this is interesting, maybe, but why do I care? Well, we're focusing on the effects of words and language because the value of relationships is massive. Words don't just affect our relationships, the quality and quantity of our relationships are dependent upon communication, frequency, content, and tone. Relationships are dependent upon that communication, and we can't emphasize that enough. So how you communicate directly affects your success. Good relationships take years to build, but a short sentence said in anger can destroy everything. The closer relationships are, they're more subject to that. Close relationships can be fragile, and their loss can be devastating. So here's a skill for you. This part is fundamental and very important, so grab a pen and paper and jot this down. Emotions are contagious and can snowball. This means that in business relationships especially, it's important to plan your communications. Plans should include what to do and what not to do in an emotionally charged situation. Any expression of emotion by you should be moderated, and it should be supportive of the maintenance of that critical relationship. A client of a listener that is highly emotional will need to be calmed down before progress can be made, and doing this without giving in to what could be outrageous demands requires predetermined sets of actions and reactions. You cannot leave this up to your intuition alone. The professional approach is to think through a variety of situations that could shape the interaction. That planning will pay you back when you need those resources. Start with the purpose of the interaction and ensure that you aim for an outcome. Let the purpose and outcome guide you, but make sure you have some standard approaches to dealing with conflict because it's going to pop up. Now, if you're unbalanced when you walk in, the best plan in the world is not going to save you. So you need to be aware of your own emotional state before you react to a situation. The best practice in managing emotions is to listen actively without interjecting. Do not try and repress the emotions or worse, dismiss the emotions of another person. You need to allow for expression and provide a safe zone for that expression. And that safe zone protects you and the other person. They must be able to share, and you must be able to remain relatively calm and unaffected, especially when absorbing anger. You're a professional, and the negative reactions to you are allowed, normal, and won't destroy your day, week, or even year. It's very difficult for the other person in this situation to unhear something, especially if it's highly involving and directly personal and negative. If this negative thing is expressed repeatedly and its presence in the interaction and relationship grows exponentially. A small statement can be remarkable enough to loom in the background of any subsequent interaction you have, especially with the person you said it to. It can and frequently will change the relationship, and unless time is invested on both parties to heal the pain that's caused during that, the impact can be very long-lasting. So it's a good idea to give yourself permission to reflect on what is shared with you and come back with a response after a period of time. Take the time out respectfully by saying something like, "This is serious for both of us. I need to take a little time to see what I can do about the situation. I'll respond to you by blank time, but I know we will resolve this." You need to be humble. If you've harmed a relationship by saying something you need to correct, take a bite of humble pie, do the brave thing, make peace. Take accountability and express remorse, and do it quickly. And don't expect a miracle, but watch things improve over time. And I mean quickly, because the only thing we can't make more of is time. So sell well.